Hello everyone and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity Part 1 and 2. Which is the White March, that is. Whoops. I'll get it right one of these days. I'm starting to think about pause because I kept having this problem when I recorded this episode yesterday. Is that I seem to unpause it and then the characters start talking to each other. So we'll see if it happens again. No? We're good?
I shall.
We don't have to have a conversation about what's going on in all of our lives? Alright, groovy. So, it was a little distressing last time because I was not able to. I'm doing the leveling up here, and basically I was leveling up as I went along, and such for all the characters. They all kind of got up to level, so a little bit is just kind of happening here, and I've already kind of made the decisions, and I figure I'll stick with them. Nothing really changed, but this is once per encounter. Revive somebody who is unconscious. That will be very helpful when somebody goes down like a sack of manure and you need to make sure that they're okay. So, that's why I'm going with that. Plus, she's a paladin, man. Paladin. And I believe even last time when I was doing this, I'm like, you know what? Maybe you don't have to wear scary face no more. It's not providing a stat bonus, certainly. You're just kind of You're intimidating everybody. Come on. No, who was wearing the jackal? What? Yeah, because she was wearing Alof's thing. There's all these little things that I was forgetting. Now she's blue. And such, and other things that I wanted to make sure I had. Like, that's the scroll revival. Requires 6 lore. Okay, I have that. But what was some of the ones that I wanted to make sure she had going on? Yeah, let's try that. That between this. And there is even there's talents to get more of these, but anywho, point is that I'm working to take care of things as we go. But some of these decisions have already been made. Oh, a deer everywhere. Athletics, man, that's his self-heal. It rules. There's a lot of choices here. It came down to vigorous defense, like. Boom. Like, I am unstoppable. You could not stop me for, a certain period of time. Armored Grace, which is, when you're knocked down wearing heavy armor, you're down for a while. That's a very good ability. I think what I ended up deciding to choose, because the way my parties are currently built, was Overbearing Guard. So when somebody is going to disengage off of me, off of him, he'll basically, good chance to knock them prone. So that way I'm not going to have to, because he's usually the guy grabbing as many as possible. There's a lot of good things in here. Fighter is, definitely a great class and such. And try to make him kind of a tank is interesting. But, yeah, anyway. So that's kind of what I'm rolling with here. Boom. And, Well, that was a fun noise. Grieving Mother. I believe I was like, you're still my mechanics person. But I think I was like, let's give her a little more of this, a little more of that. And yeah, there we go. Save a point. This one, I chose Pain Block because it costs a lot. But it's, you're encountering that big enemy, but it's going to be a mental block to pain. Does a lot of good stuff. Going between. No, what was it? Might have been Mind Lance. Yeah, I think it was Mind Lance, just because it's like, yeah, just do some damage. And a high chance of to all enemies in a line. So it's one of those things I have to aim, if you will, but I think could provide some fun. Body attunement. See, there's so many good things that you can pick, but where, I'm trying out these two because I want to have a little offense, a little defense, bim, bam, boom. Also, if I remember correctly, I was making sure that...
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
They must. I think what I was going for was offensive, so that way that she uses those abilities more often and then crowd control afterwards, that sort of thing. Beyond that, other characters shall be leveling up as we go along. And just to kind of double checking, because I remember what I did, but see, there's stuff like that. And you know what? For the sake of changing things up, let's go to the Scriber's Dormitory, because you know what? It's right over there. And also saves me a little bit because I did a lot of reading and a lot of, even using my can of voice acting, which is very stupid. He just sounds kind of silly. I did a lot of that last time, and I'm still planning on trying to get to some of that. What? 2 level ups off just welcome to the map. Here's a level up. All right. Let's forget that ever happened, okay? Because I gotta stop that. That's not even a joke. It's just me being an idiot. I like yourself, yo, man. Just you keep rolling with that, man. Makes me happy. I don't know. Say save it. And he gets a whole bunch of spells. Feel free to pause as things go on. I'll highlight the ones that kind of are cool. Immunity to Daze, the bigger heal. Searing Seal. Blinding and Inflicting Burn. Shining Beacon. Good stuff. This one's interesting. That an ally in the area effect delivers killing blow, they regain endurance. And Litany against minor affliction. Single ally temporary immunity to all of those conditions. So that's, pretty high level priest stuff, or higher level than I currently am. Priest stuff. Alof! We keep just pumping up his lore. I think. What's the plan? Yeah, because we keep pumping up his lore. Self-heal's never a bad thing either. We'll go like that. Alright, and this was definitely one of those times where probably, I spent like 3 minutes at least just going over every single spell. I think the ones that I ended up choosing was, I like the idea of Essential Phantom, right? Ghostly double the caster. Shock damage enemies hit by it. I think that works well for him. And beyond that, I think the other one, this is one that's really interesting. And I didn't pick, it was between this last time and, gosh, might have been the Tentacles, actually. Because I thought that was just cool. What a great, wow, you really nailed that one, Aaron. You know what? I'm gonna be brave. The idea is that you can steal these spells from them for a limited number of times for the duration. So the idea is that I can, I'm up against a mage. I can steal whatever they have, and I can cast whatever they've got going for free for that period of time. And it's 21 seconds, which in Field of Eternity, that's that's some time and such. So anyway, let's see how this is all looking. Looking good, right? All right. Captain Quick Save. What's here? Rites of Shadow Walking. Interesting. Monies. Okay, anyway. I always press escape. It's like, all right. Oh. Yeah, perhaps I don't need to be so sneaky. I forgot what I was doing here. But Whale's eyeless face, you are one short ogre. Why are you green? And how are you getting the ducks keep flying around you like that? Okay, so you smoke a lot of white leaf? It's called Puff Puff Pass, brother. He claps his hands and laughs. Snowcap, Snowcap. So few people know about Snowcap, much less ogres. He beams at you and nods his head. Yeah, so looking for Viana. I like Viana. She's always talking about metal men, which is strange because I'm pretty sure she doesn't eat Snowcap. His brow wrinkles. I don't talk about metal men either. And I do eat Snowcap, huh? Anyway, she's not here right now. Flew away to Order's Gift to meet her friend Basia. Not Glacia. Yes, Glacia. Glacia is the friend that she's gone to meet. An Order's Gift in a house. Not a boat. North house. Empty house. Order's Gift has a lot of boats. We should go rowing sometime. You know what, man? Tell me about the dormitory, because you're fun to talk to. It's where the scribes work, the hall revealed mysteries sleep. I'm a scrivener. That's how I imagine he pronounces it, and that's how I'm doing it right now. This place smells like old stockings. Yes, I am a scrivener. Scrivener. I read, I write books, and once ate a book, but only because it looked like sweet pie. Or perhaps it was sweet pie baked to look like a book. Interesting. Oh, I'm also a collector of herbs, flowers, plants. I sell them. Mostly I eat them. So much have for sale. Oh, cool. That's kind of a nice thing. Hey, look at that. I opened up another vendor-ish. Vendor guy. I just thought that was funny. I swear to God, this is like it's like, are you my freaking roommate from college, man? I swear to God. That's what I'm hearing right now. Hi.
I'll see what I can
They'll
find.
never see me.
I shall do as you ask.
Thank you.
What you ask is done.
Good. Yeah, Steel is a little bit of snowcap. Okay, he's had too
I mean-
much and such. Although, you know, that's definitely a party foul. Or, you know, don't do that to your friends, kids. Don't steal from their stash. Oh yeah, don't do drugs
Easy
first.
now.
Let's go with that first. I'm sorry, I just having fun being stupid. With my terrible stuff. Why do I feel the need to steal from, like, basically the college, like, freshman dormitories, you know, in this area? Because that's what I feel like doing. What's in my head today? But I did. I stole from them, and do I regret it? Nah, not really. You know, I don't know, I got crap stolen from me. Although I never actually, you know, my college experience, I never actually lived in campus dorms. I lived in, like, off-campus dorms. Pretty much an off-campus apartment complex that was, like, practically a dorm. But there was, like, still, like, a shuttle to, like, get to class and such. Which was an interesting experience, man.
Yes.
If I ever have one of those...
There's a woman can do some damage squeezing her legs together.
It isn't a parlor trick. Besides, she doesn't take orders well.
She has backbone, that woman. Does it scare you?
No, but I won't be responsible for what happens if you call her whore.
I love these guys. Just keep talking. Make me happy. Make me smile. If I recall, can I actually go over here? Yeah, there was another little somebody I missed. Should you be out this late, Gordy? Gordy bounced payment. Did you get it? Do you have the dagger? Can I see it? Did I do this last time? Did I miss this part? Hold on. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I want to double check my logs. And such. No, okay, so I did it. So I did do this, but it wasn't something that you guys had missed. Okay. Yeah, so, okay, we bought a knife for our... We don't have it yet. Yeah, we don't have... Well, no, we don't have it. We can lie to the kid, but that goes against our paladin teachings. Okay. In fact, actually... for a change of pace, so I don't go through exactly the same motions as last time, I think we'll go and I believe talk to the person who has this knife, because this kid's got a secret, man, and secret might be pretty cool. Although I would laugh if it was like a secret I've already found. That'd be kind of hilarious, but oh yeah, let's not go head out into the kitchen. I love Beast of Pillars Eternity. So many quests, so much to do. And it's like, that's why this White March thing is so overwhelming in the sense of like, there's so much going on, man. What's going on next? Hey, I remember talking
Good day,
to you.
stranger.
Back again, I see. Did you borrow March Steel Dagger from Igran? He displays the blade and flat palm. I did, and a fine piece it is. I don't know any more circling city outside of Steel and Crucible Keep, of course. How much take it off your hands? Terms of blade, seeing as the sudden demand for this, 100 pounds seems fair. Well... Yeah. Attack. What a great idea. He frowns. Can't be too careful around authorities these days, especially as an Orlon. Fine, I'll sell it, but not for less than 50. Get my money back, at the very least. Alright. Alright, he hands you a dagger. He'll first. Pleasure doing business with you. Okay. And, as far as I remember... Yeah, that's the other one to talk to. I'm trying to remember, is that all of these guys are really here for, is that particular part of it? I think that they might be. Like, seriously. It might be that simple. But yay. So we have got ourselves a dagger for a child. He's really excited about it, though. And, Eder was like, he had a knife when he was his age. I mean, look, he turned into a fine, strapping man with a beard and those strong shoulders. You just, feel like he can just wrap you up. All right, I'm getting lost here. What am I doing? It's a nice beard, though. Keep rocking it, bro. All right, anyway, although, what? Us bearded ones stick together, okay? Just saying. Although I don't have a blonde beard myself, my beard is multicolored and glorious. It's like brown and red. It's weird. Anyway. Bounce paint. Did you get it? Do you have dagger? Can I see it? Yeah, I got the dagger right here. Don't. Oh, that's good. That's good. If I had more, I'd be able to do something there. So I bounce stairs at guess me. Oh, it's so sharp. Give Gory a dagger. Deals to you. Here you go. He snatches out the air, heedless of anything else, yanks it out of the sheath, and holds the blade to the light. I'm going to be just like the Crucible Knights, he saw and chops the air. He flips the weapon in the air and grabs the hilt, almost slicing his palm open in this process. His eyes dart away from yours as he sheaths the dagger. So, about that secret. Puts his hand in his mouth, whispers loudly. I saw one of the actors hide something under a loose stone near the theater. Probably nothing as good as March Steel Dagger, though. Thanks for telling me, Gordy. Bye!
I'm here.
Yay! Well, I guess it's really, is this a good time to bring up the gun control debate? Let's do that right now. Right now. Let's not. The knife control debate is what I'd like to bring up right now. Should children be given knives? Next story at 11. That is a question. Should they be given knives? The answer is, don't give your kids knives. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm supposed to go down here. This is where the secret is. Wait, that's what he said, right? Yeah.
Laying low. What's this?
There it is. Oh, snap. Awesome. This is actually really cool. Yeah, man. Let's hook Ken up with this bad boy. And such, because this is actually a useful item, right? Because it's one per rest, so you got to choose which battle you want, right? But pretty much what you get is you summon some wood beetles to fight for you. And wood beetles are beetles that like wood. No, I don't know. But they're, they're pretty interesting in their own right. Okay, so some of the things that we had meant to do, and I'd already done, but I'm doing again, is we wanted to put that staff together or find out some stuff about animancy. So even though it looks like I'm heading towards first fires, nope, we're heading to Brackenbury because it sounds like a cereal. It's really funny. I should talk over the load screens because that's the part that's boring, yet I choose. That's when I take a sip of my drink.
I wonder, Alon, don't you ever feel curious about Isilmir's history?
Not even a little.
But think of the opportunities. You could learn so much about the past.
There are some things I'm happy not knowing.
See? Party interactions. Good stuff. I think it's weird that I'm keeping Canna around, man. Because last time I was a chanter, and that's why I promptly got rid of him before. There's also something else that we can learn from Brackenbury Sanitarium right now. And that is, if you guys remember, it was... No. The Man Who Waits. Place of Misery and Madness. Find this place of misery and madness. Well, most people aren't happy in a place like this.
How do you do?
Ah, the Watcher. What brings you here? Do you know anything about Animancer buying relics from Mar? There's a large, rather notorious black market for underground Fijian relics. I stay away from that. Does anyone know about awakenings? The Animancer lower floor comes all the way from Ruva to study them. Take the stairs down and look for Siege. Talked to her already. Okay, better letting Keeter miss. He groans and the stone around him shudders. I could have done without hearing that today. Many of the intrusions been in our affairs, of course. One can seldom be certain whether meddled or whether calamity has struck on its own, but a few of their less skilled infiltrators have been exposed from time to time. They are a perpetual nuisance. Once again, I'm reminded how envious am of your gifts. I suspect they would be of use in verifying one's identity. Are you Dawes the Leaden Key as well, I take it? They have something I need. They're up to something. I'm trying to determine what. They're always up to something. Of that you may rest assured. Is there plots that come to involve you? You have my sympathies. Do you have some idea who this person might be? I suspect this is a patient. Very well. I'd recommend you speak first with our resident animancers, a frequent interaction with patients and colleagues. You'll find them up here, our offices downstairs. They will report anything suspicious to me immediately. That is my only request. Alright, sounds good. Alright. A couple quest updates here. Boom. Let's see if I, you know what, last time I did this, I did do a very good job in this voice. See if I can do better this time.
Keep you.
I'm afraid I don't practice anymore, child. Too busy with my research. Yeah, tell me about this Leaden Key. Oh, I'm afraid to wrap up my own research painting minds ain't going on around here. One of the other animators might know something, though. Can I help you something else? Psst. Ymir sent me. Interesting, the scepter pieces we found. That chatty old fish was babbling about me, I see. Never trust the secrets of a man with so much salt in his beard. Anyway, let's see what she got. Examines the scepter, her eyes hooded by crinkled flesh. Ymir told me true, I'll buy this. Unfortunately, broken scepter is as valuable as may have led you to believe. Steals a glance at your face, her fingers tighten around the piece of your hand. I'll take it off you for 500. Yeah, no, 2. Nonsense. Be repaired with proper skills. Her eyes flash on their second lens. I've got the skills, all right, and no more than an avitrella hunter, I see. Make a hole again be a matter of alchemy, expensive alchemy. I've got to soak the broken ends in fiend's blood compound to reconnect them. Never mind the embalming work to restore the enchantments. I could do with tune of 1,800 pounds. Now, how about, you know, give you an opportunity to work with something here. You know, work with me. Work with me. Aye, perhaps a bargain to haggle with every dragonblood vendor and import merchant in the city. Very well, if you have the satisfaction to work an old woman to an early grave for only 1,500. Yeah! It's a win-win, isn't it? No, just kidding, guys. I expect to be able to watch the Seek bunnies put to use. Better get comfortable then. Okay. After what feels like hours, she returns to the main hall and presents scepter. Looking at you, you never know it had been broken in the first place. This may have been the finest work I've ever done, if I may say so. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. Examining a piece like that is a dream come true for some in my field. Take good care of it. Alright. Good. And what we got for our troubles is this bad boy. Okay. Basically, it is plus 20% attack speed, accuracy, damage. It's definitely started off to be pretty high. This becomes the new weapon of choice for, you know what, I'll work on these tomes later, man. I'm pretty sure we got all this figured out. It becomes the weapon of choice I like for my buddy here. Because the thing about this is that it attacks quickly, right? So what it does is that for his little kind of bonus AoE for blast, it really kind of helps his DPS go up and things of that nature. So that's cool. Anyway, by the way, and once more, I am aware that I totally need to do some little bit more inventory fixing up, and if things get like really hard, I'm gonna start working harder on that. But I really felt so behind. It's like I gotta catch up on my timing from yesterday. I missed an episode, and I hate when I miss an episode in between days for an RPG because, you know, these games take a while, man. Divinity Original Sin was 130 something episodes. I forgot. It's a lot. It was more than 2. More than 2. Never told you about Helig, did I?
Welcome.
Helig is dead for good. I could rest easy. You've done me great service for Anime Sanitarium. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Screw you. What's in the box, man? What's in the box? All right, Bella Siege. Here we go. Something else you need. I'm looking for an expert in awakenings. Last bit. That would be, though the lack of research subjects made more of an expert in counting floorboards, led to transfer animancy success in buttressing pre-awakened souls and soothing those patients who already awakened. But these subjects, and most patients here, are too broken to produce reliable results. It's a tragedy to have come so far for nothing. You're in luck. Gotta volunteer. She springs her feet, beaming. Gilrardi, who is it? Elof's lips curl to a frown. I don't know about this. She grins more broadly. Don't be silly, the process is perfectly harmless. All I have to do is stand in that cage. I beg your pardon. I jest. You and Darius are so uptight. I do not even know what the thing is used for. Belonged to the last occupant in his office, I think. Now they upgrade him to a cell. Again, I jest. Okay. She rubs her hands together, getting down to business. So, I need you to sit here. She takes him on the shoulder, steers him to the couch. Try to relax, but don't try too hard. Then you won't be relaxing. Indeed. Humorless eyes. And you must also wear these. A little cold with copper will help conduct the essence. Thick copper bands to his forehead and wrists. Ratchets them tighter. His face twitches to suppress irritation. Now, I will examine your soul through my scope. Reaches the desk, produces a long chambered tube. Knob style small tooth wheels run along the side of the device. It is fitted with agile lenses cut in different thickness and concavities. By manipulating them, I find the angles and densities allow me to track the anomalies in your soul. How exciting! I've never seen this sort of thing performed. Pierce's device interest. It seems suitably complicated. Does this mean we get to talk to Isilmir more? I like that lady. His mind is full of hesitations, angles upon angles. Drawing him out his own fears will be difficult. But first, we must this cunning interloper. You will answer some personal questions while I make adjustments. Very well. She holds the scope to her eye and flicks the knob. To begin, tell me something personal, something from the time before your awakening. There's nothing to tell. It was a normal child living in Synthwood. He looks to you, his face set in frown, but the ridge as apprehension showed through nevertheless. Talk about your parents, man. As you speak to Alof, feel the voice like a bell in your chest. It tolls softly, lowering the mist of his own memory. Belisige doesn't seem to notice, but you feel as if the words are soothing his essence, tangling its many threads. Mother is away most of the time. That is Thane's family, but I always know that she is coming home. Father's bottles accumulate like storm clouds on the horizon. His fits of temper become swifter and more violent. It still shames him, knowing that her hameg to another man supports us better than labors as steward. This is good. I'm starting to see something. Continue. Tell us about the time you awaken. I am in the 5th year of training. Mother is home. I can't let my guard down a little, because when she is around, he is usually only angry with her. But he has heard that I have trouble casting missiles, and my flame shields are unstable. He is furious and I have failed, and my mother's presence reminds him that he has failed too. First blow takes me by surprise. One moment I'm sweeping the kitchen, next I'm sprawled on the ground, stupidly looking at the flecks of blood on the tile. His boots, glistening with fresh polish, thud across the floor. It kicks me in the stomach, and I curl up and shield my vitals, but that's pointless. Protecting one thing will leave something else exposed. Still huddled on the ground, I retreat as fast as I can. I retreat into the vision of the kitchen, and my own trembling knees is nothing but a pinprick against a field of black. His jaw locks, his eyes twitch beneath their lids. Amadicho! Furiously moves the scope. He's hypnotized himself with his old memory. You've got to bring him out of it quickly. I almost have it. Alright, squeeze his hand. You're safe, man. Everything's fine. His eyes snap open. The expression you see isn't his. He's never safe when I hap upon him. Belsa sucks in deep breath, their teeth. That's it. I'm seeing a shifted essence. Something is spreading, congealing. Keep talking. It seems to respond to you. What brought you here? Cracking bones and voices high and higher. The warm molasses feeling that drips down your gut and crisis is nigh. Perfecto. Flares a totally distinct essence. She jots shorthand notes, clicking down her scope. Try to get the two of them talking. Alof, ask Isilmir what she's doing. Twisted fury. Stinking weed. Worming parasite. Yeah, you say the same to your tingle twig if he betrays you. It must be hard knowing there's a lady nearby the whole time judging you. Good, yes, very good. I can see now two separate patterns of essence, where he ebbs, the other flows. If his awakened soul fills the spaces he leaves behind. Go on. Alof, what's about seeding space to Isilmir? I've given her nothing. She usurps me in my own body. Aye, and I lent him a pair, too. You should ask him what I did to that old man of his. How the last time he laid a hand on us, I break it in 3 places. He jerks inside. That wasn't your decision. It never's been your decision. Now I was awakening, but now I'm stuck with ye. And damned if I let Ninian drag us both through the scupper. Very good. I think I finally get something we can work with. I've tracked Illuminer's essence throughout the exchange. She has particularly high density index during the most heated portions of their argument, but ours seems to be localized most clearly in the lower portion of the subject's left rib cage. That's right around the spleen, which of course means that she is triggered by black bile. No doubt the subject's characteristic melancholy is spleen. He blinks to stare at you in the midst of of his perturbation. Seems quite not quite sure he's looking out of his eyes. That's utter horseshit. Black bile, is it? Certainly spat their share. He studies dubiously. It is a simple explanation I expected, all things considered. She glares at him. Yes, never mind my years of training. I suppose you have a better explanation? Diplomatic. You're close, but it might be related to potential sources of trouble for Islamir appearing. I carefully scratched her jaw, darting. I suppose that could be true. I'll have to check against other research. Moves Copperlane. Well and good for you, but what does this mean for me? She frowns, tapping her cheek with a quill, making grand show of concentration. However, you catch her stealing a glance over her pages. Basically, I say this. That's what I told last time. I'll keep with what I did. She did you a favor by dealing with your father, didn't she? I think she's trying to help you stand up for yourself. I mean, I like her methods, but she's hear her out. If you had to listen to her half as much as I do, you wouldn't say that. He scowls, and there's something thoughtful in his frown. I've got a lot of process. Thank you for your help, Ziyal. He does not look at Belisage. Her notes down on the desk, turns the scope. Well, I hope it's been useful to you as it's been to me. Finally have material worth publishing. You'll be the toast Reveda Fentir Aleph. His grimace melts into a crooked smile. I advanced in the righteous principles of animacy, just what you've always wanted. As you turn to leave, you catch a darting moment out of the corner of your eye. Belisage is humming to herself, so occupied for scope. He loves holding her notes. He's about to tuck them into his cloak when he catches you watching. He holds a finger to his lips, eyes wide and imploring. Please, I don't want my personal information published like this, especially not after this nonsense. See, it's just one of those sort of things where we're honest, you know? She helped. It was kind of a fair exchange. Damn my paladinness sometimes. He slides papers back to the desk, giving you a rueful look. I'm not gonna help you explain this one, Scholar Boy. Alright. So, boom, boom, boom. And we got a little level up. And we found out a bit more about Elof and his wonderful multiple personality disorder, dissociative identity disorder. Technically, it's not actually that. It's mystical crap. But I can't help myself, when I say it. I think I wanted you to kind of get a little bit more, because you sometimes end up being our, like, oh crap, you have to tank, man, guy. So let's pump up the jams, pump it up, unless you keep it pumping. Yeah, and I remember picking this for a reason. This is basically reduce accuracy, disengagement attacks, enemies area effect. And after I did that, I had to go, oh yeah, yes. The fact that I haven't been using my chance to write because I was on a weird save and I forgot about it. So we go to C, and we're going to go with this, and this, and back to this. So reload speed is increased greatly, and then basically just repeats back, and then it'll repeat back to the beginning. The idea is that reload speed of all range attacks for all eyes, because we got a backline that fires. But if they come in for us, we have a chance to disengage, and probably by the time they reach us, we'll be able to have a better chance disengaging, so we can deal with that. Okay, so that was my point. And I'm just gonna leave them on C, hopefully for as long as I remember. All right, so finding out a bit about everyone, and all of our leveling up is done. One of those last little things I kind of just make sure I didn't forget. Yeah, I have to. There's a bad visitor, seeking air and fleeing the Deerwood. That's gonna be interesting. I do want to check out some of this stuff. Plus, eventually we're going to go white marching. Good lord. Sounds like I'm going to some sort of like white power thing. Stop your stupid mouth, Aaron. Thank you. Ziyal. That's my name too. See, I suffer from, my soul's awakened too. Okay, I've got a Cardassian female inside me. Hey, what's up, Ripley?
Hello.
A young Orlon woman traced her fingers along the spines of the books in front of her, row by row. Her motion is quick and skittish, like a bird. She does not notice you when nearly upon her. Oh my, you startled me. Are you supposed to be in here? This is suspicious activity in Sanitarium. Oh, I'm just Master Enzo's assistant. He know more about that, but he's a bit of busy with some patients. Won't be able to see him until he comes out from patient ward. There's nothing else and he's back to work. Okay, yeah. So he's busy with patients or running some sort of experiment. Just his system, I'm out of place my gossip, I'm sorry. I had to get in the patient ward. Oh, only Master Enzo has access. I guess head ward and field ward does too. But, you know, he's a statue now. What do? I help organize, set up equipment, also keep his office organized, too busy to do it himself. Alright. I see. So, I believe we struck a bargain to talk to Statue Man about what is going on in his house, shall we say. This is our house! Okay. And let's go talk to the man.
Hello.
Hello! Have you learned anything of interest? Maybe. Is Cabin Enzo running experiments with patients here? Experiments? Cabin Enzo is in charge of patient welfare now. He's not authorized to run any more experiments. I'm disappointed in Cayman. I'd hoped he would be the one to guide your inquiry. He'll be in the office or the patient wards. I'm granting you immediate access so you can find him. No doubt you'll wish to speak to him further in this matter, and I, for one, am curious what he might have to say. Tread carefully in these wards. There are a few dangerous cases. I would ask you to do your best not to agitate patients. They have enough troubles as it is. Okay. Alright. Is it fun? We're going back talking to the statue guy? Yeah. I think there's just a lot of neat stuff to this, you know. Trying to remember, looking at my timing and like how I'd want to best proceed. I think I'll have time to do what I'm looking to do, I hope. Alright. Give us access. Head warden says to go and be careful in there. Let's spend all the copper on the upstairs. Oh, just some flesh constructs. Whatever. That's normal. Hey, you got a name. Names are good. Frail. A curved spine twists a woman's posture forward. Her greasy hair draped over large eyes like fine smiles at you. You must be visiting someone. A friendly visit, I hope. What do you know about this Animancer Azo? I like him very much. Many Animancers care less about their patients, look at us like vermin for their experiments. But Master Azo treats us like humans, even the very sick. You can tell he does this to help people. He helped me understand a great deal about myself and know he just done the same for others. It's bad what they did to him. Hides it well, but he's still affected by it. What happened to him? He darts back and forth, lowers just above a whisper. They don't talk about it, but there was an accident. He said to be one of the brightest in Deerwood. There was a reputation here, and that's what brought me to seek treatment. People said it was his ego that drove him to try to solve a legacy, but that's hogwash. Even if it was a bit of a showman, he loves his homeland. He thought he could help. He wasn't one to speak of his work. I suspected his colleagues might have tried to steal it. But he told me once he'd figured out a way to create a soul. Not a soul exactly, mind you. How did he put a proxy, I think he called it. Had some machine that drew energy out of the very ether. Can you imagine? Point is, he was going to help with the legacy. He was going to make Hallborn into something easier to love and care for. God knows it's something we need. Do you know what they call those empty little babies in Order's gifts? Tell me. They call them buoys, because there's so many are found floating face out in the water. Some mad times. Her hands fly to her ears, and her mouth frames inside the screen. Only her mind speaks. Evils that magnify tragedies. This is what we must stop. Anyway, Master Enzo has scheduled a public demonstration of his work in Copperlane. He was so excited. The next day, he was locked in his office, turned away visitors I heard, and he stopped seeing patients. I don't know exactly what happened. I don't have the heart to ask him, but I'm glad they're letting him treat people again. Do you know where I might find him? I think I've seen him around, say. Have you checked the laboratory? He shares a wall of his office. Spent of his time there lately. Anyone acting unusual? Well, there's Batista, who lives a murder she committed more than 5 lifetimes ago. Dealman, who said he's only half a soul and was found collecting the faces of others because he believed his own was a false one. Graham, he speaks a language no one understands, and Wales different from normal behavior. I mean... well, yes, I suppose it was nothing he volunteered for. Anso let us know a number of patients Northward had volunteered for new therapy and would be escorted to his laboratory to receive treatment. Northward are the most trouble cases. I'm glad there's some chosen to get help. Seems to me it's gotten quieter there since it started. It's Graham I see them taking in the most. He struggles, but always a bit of a wild one. Alright, would I be able to visit it? They like to keep that separate. I don't know if I've ever seen the guards allow a visitor, just Master Ezzo. You might ask him, he's very sympathetic. And why are you here? On her hair, she's, I don't want to say it. I think you'll think less of me. You can tell me, I'm going crazy too. It's not lying. You shouldn't tease. No one is here to help what they are. No, I've tried. The last few years haven't been very kind to me. I've been kind to anyone, really. I'm trying to think of it as personal. I lost my husband and both boys in the Saints' War. My daughter, Legacy, took her before she was mine. I made do. What else can you do? I moved to a tiny place and ordered a skiff, got by mending clothes and the kind of strangers when I had to. But I was surviving and the gods were watching over me. I could live with that. Then one day this noble woman comes in. Wants this fancy gown fixed. Gorgeous thing. This shade of blue I've never seen before. Only I looked at it and it reminded me of something. I had what they call an awakening. I remembered being a nobleman myself in her life. People doting over me. Men doting over me. The best food, the most beautiful home. All the things you never dared to dream of. They were mine. It was poison knowing that. All the things I had and never have in this life, it did something to me. My food started to taste rotten. The walls of my little room seemed to close in around me. I stopped being able to sleep in my own bed. So I came here. It was that or break into a state and start ordering servants around. It seems such a silly thing to worry about, but you don't have to tell me. But I can't get past it. I start to wonder, did the gods choose this life for me? And if so, what terrible thing must I have done to deserve it? Maybe you'll get there again one day. If not this life, then another. The strangest part, I think even the best wouldn't be good enough for me anymore. I think it must have gotten to that point when I was that noble lady. All right. That was a very... See, that's what I'm talking about. This person exists as a patient who exists in this ward to give you some information and kind of give you a heads up on some stuff that is shady that's happening in the sanitarium. A little bit of what's going on, like, what's with the flesh constructs and, this mysterious North ward we're talking about. Lead and key is involved. Hey, guys, the patients, there's beer in here. You still have to drink it. Come on, guys. All right. But I'm going to attempt to get to quick save. Move myself and see if I can take care of exploring around. That's his laboratory. I kind of want to start that a little later in. I'm just kind of looking around. I want to see if there's anything, I should do the super fast look around. Hey, what's going on here? Sweet. Love me some ripple sponge. Wow. Cool. All right. Yeah, see, I got to get better about my consumables. Yeah. Hi, Flesh Construct. How are you? No speak.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
Okay. Does it mean you're going to bar my way past here if I go? No. Okay. Interesting. A lot of flesh constructs. Like a lot of these guys. But, yeah, exploring around a little bit. And, Sanitarium guard. Keep your distance. White's to the cell back there. I've had instances people got close. Okay. Lock picking tools. And I think we made a full circle around here? I think we have. All right, so just to make sure I have time for everything and nothing gets cut off, I'm going to end this episode here, so we are ready for the next one. It should be interesting because we're going to get to the bottom of what's going on here, a little bit of main questy goodness. And since we're here already, we might as well take care of it because look who is there. One Mr. Enzo. He might have some explaining to do, Lucy. So thank you very much for watching this episode of The White March. Pillars of Eternity. We'll get to The White March soon, I swear. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing it to you. Thank you for the patience. Since I had the recording issue, I had to re-record it, and we all know that if I would have re-recorded immediately thereafter, I probably would have been in a much more, growly state of mind of like, it's a stupid freaking game, and such. So appreciate you guys' patience. I know since it came out, day late. So thank you very much. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care now.